this year, this 2-point better. You found yourself on the other side of that against Wisconsin last year. How do you work to try to embrace that and flip that down the home stretch to make sure that you're the team that's 2 points better?
I mean, you pretty much said just embrace it. Like, it's going to be a challenge. It's a mental block, having not beat them for as long as we have. And I think taking advantage of the headspace that a lot of the freshmen are in, which is we've never played Wisconsin. Well, I guess now we have. But just thinking of them as beatable. Even if you don't believe it at first, just continue to push through that mental block and just know that we have each other's back.
Bekka, what do you look to get out of this week?
Just securing the wins, man. Just, getting after it, that sense of urgency, picking up the little things that we really wanted to execute during Wisconsin, just really doing everything we wish we would have done, and then just so we could take it to them with full confidence.
That Wisconsin loss really kind of burning a fire in there.
Oh, yeah, man. It's hard. Any loss is a tough loss, but losing to somebody, especially that you haven't beat for a long time, it's like, this program, it's been a part of my life for a long time, and so I take each of these losses personally, and, it's something that you really want to, resurrect. So.
Caitlin's leading the nation in blocking now. I mean, what have you learned from watching her and just learned from her in practice to help you become a better blocker?
Just following her footsteps, following the form. I mean, watching her each rep, just kind of like I'm a visual learner. And so being able just to take advantage of when she's in, seeing what she does and all those things like that.
What does she do well that you want to emulate?
I mean, it helps that she's really athletic, and so how she uses that to her advantage. Because I think a lot of people, they're not really disciplined when they're super athletic like that, but she knows exactly what she's doing. And so, which is like filling with her hands at first, getting over early. Though she can jump high, she still does a really good job of staying low on the seams. And she does a really good job of talking about it too. And just letting me know what she sees when she comes off.
One new opponent, one rematch. What do you remember from the first match against Northwestern?
Oh, man, they're physical. And they didn't quit at all during defense. We were swinging high, trying to chip off their block, and I think they knew that because you could tell that middle back was a couple steps back from usually where they, the typical middle back starts. So I think just prepared to have long rallies, stay scrappy, stay resilient, and just keep at our pace. Don't feel rushed nor to slow down if Northwestern isn't where they're usually at.
Cook spent some time talking about state volleyball for high school starting this week. I mean, you were just in those young women's shoes. What's it like for you to be at this level now, seeing it from this more professional perspective, and then seeing these women still thrive the sport as a whole, having it progress so much?
It's kind of weird, not going to lie, because it's like, I never really finished that last semester of high school, so part of me always kind of wonders, am I still in high school? But I still have a full semester of college under my belt. So it's weird, and then we got to have a couple of the recruits this last weekend, hang out with them and talk to them, and, I just kept telling them, stay focused. Yes, you're excited to come hang out with us and have that college life, but just make sure you really take advantage of these few moments you have left with high school volleyball.
Did you set individual goals for yourself coming into this season, or are you looking at more of kind of taking it day by day throughout? It's
a mixture. So I have a lot of end goals. A lot of them was to be obviously starting and then be the one chosen to serve. So that's been going really well for me. And then it's been changing, game by game. I have different things I need to work on. We were working on my hitting percentages, kind of more outcome oriented. And then each practice it changes. So lately I've been working a lot on my toss with my serve, and that just started yesterday. So little things here and there will change throughout the weeks, but a lot of my end goals have stayed the same. Kind of the Big Ten weekly awards, are those just kind of a ferment of the progress that you've made? Or yeah, man, that's really cool. It does make you feel good about yourself, that's for sure. So yeah, those are cool.
Those accolades are so awesome, but then Lexi just called you your personality on the court. She said you were just so refreshing. Talk about kind of that.
I mean, I guess the only thing I kind of do different, it's after a long play, I'll almost kind of talk to the girls on the other side of the net. I'll be like, man, that was long. So I guess maybe that's what she's talking about, or you're just keeping it real instead of the generic answers, really just try and talk about what really just happened, or here's this, here's that, what can we do, or good job. I always just try and hit them with the good job. Just to remind them that even if that's not how we wanted, I know that they're trying their hardest. So just being uplifting in that aspect.
Did you always imagine yourself coming into freshman year, your freshman season, being such a vocal leader?
No, man. I was expected to be – I made it my goal to be the number one middle on the B side. And then a lot of things started happening. People started leaving, and I saw this position open up, and I knew that coach was always the kind of guy where he's going to dangle it in front of you until you go get it. And so, I just kept working and grinding and focusing on what I could control, and then things just started happening.
I think looking at where you are, you talk about hitting percentage. I think you're the top 10 in the Big Ten. Does that make you feel good that the work you're putting in is starting to pay off as well?
For sure, and I think it also speaks volume on the setters. They trust me, and it feels really good to have them trust me in those moments. And then also just have my team just have my back to be able to take those rips because, the block's getting bigger as each game goes on. And so, yeah, it's all about trust, honestly, is why I'm able to hit those numbers.
Did you enjoy Halloween practice yesterday?
It was so fun. I was a last-minute farmer, and then I went to become a scarecrow because Allie B brought some, face paint, so I took advantage of it, and I did, a little scarecrow smile with, some patches. And the vibe was it was great. Everyone was having lots of laughs. I couldn't take anybody seriously for, the first 10 minutes. 4 of them had facial hair. Yeah, so I think by far Whitney had the best mustache. She had the handlebar, and it was well defined. I can say that. It was awesome.
Who was your favorite costume out of the group?
Oh man, it's got to be a tie between Ani and actually I don't know. It's either between Ani, Kenzie, or Whitney. I couldn't take Kenzie seriously. She had this mini kind of Mario mustache. And there was this one call that coach made where he didn't give her the pass because we do a serve pass drill at the end where you can get certain points if it's within a perimeter, I guess. And she didn't get it, and she just stood at the net like this. And her little mustache made it look like a really big. It was awesome. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's my favorite. It's a tie between those 3.
What does it say about this team that you could wear your costumes but still have a productive day on the court and kind of have fun with it, but also get the work done that you need to?
I think it just shows how professional we are. We love our job, we love our career. We get to come do this every day. I think yesterday was a reminder that we get to have this lifestyle and we get to come into this facility where a lot of greats have played, and yet we're out here wearing costumes. And we're still competing really hard. We're not letting balls drop just because this is this or that. If it's an issue, you need to go take it off at the end of the day. We got to get work done. And so if you're able to find that balance, then you can have a really good time. I think that's exactly what yesterday was.
Are you surprised Cook let you do it? I think he said maybe 20 years ago that would have happened. Are you surprised that Cook let you all do that?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. We were really hoping that he would show up, but he didn't. Coach Cook is, he's a businessman, so I respect that, but we were kind of a little bummed that he didn't show up. Not even in a cowboy hat or anything. So, yeah, just a little bummed that he didn't wear anything, but we were a little nervous at first if we were to show out. So we actually talked about it for a little bit. Do we go out 5 minutes early to test the waters, or do we just go right at the time we usually do and just say, we're just going to have to jump the gun? And we ended up going right out when we did, and he just kind of stood there for a second. And then he just stared at all the girls with the mustaches. He's like, oh, my God. So, yeah, it was good.
As a freshman, you just got all these relationships with this team, and especially Whitney and Ani. You played with them in club, you played with Whitney in high school. So what's it like to just have those players here with you for your freshman year?
I think that's everything that Nebraska Volleyball is. It's you can't really get away from it. I actually keep running into this everywhere I go here. I keep running into people that just know things about me, or we know things about each other's families. And getting to play with Whitney and Ani just reminds me of what it means to play for Nebraska Volleyball. It's more than a program. It's honestly a family, friends. Yeah, it's a big family.
All right. You wake up early to watch Waverly Scott tomorrow?
Oh, they do? They play Scott tomorrow?
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been gone. I have an exam this weekend, so it's just been slipping through my fingers. But no, yeah, I'll definitely be up early tomorrow. That'll be exciting.
You guys played them last year, right?
Yeah, we did.
That's where we
Still,
stop the questions.
yep, that one's just a little sour. It's okay. But thank you.